and Kale Show. Rob Sanders.
You don't understand the stork that delivered it.
And Kale.
He doesn't deserve to be in this business. He deserves to have been blackballed.
Rob and Kale podcast.
That just makes me laugh every time I see it. Every time I hear it. All right, so welcome into the Rob and Kale Show. My name is Rob Sanders. Thanks for joining us this evening. I want to tonight is one of our special nights where we are picking game by game the South Carolina Gamecocks schedule. Jackpot is still wearing his Hawaiian shirt. Welcome into the show, sir. How are you?
Hey, I've still got the Gamecock shirt on because we haven't lost a game. So anyway, what's going on, my sexy pieces? I don't own trademark to that. I stole it from another YouTuber. If you know who he is, you can drop his name in the description box below. But I decided to pick it up anyway because I just like it. Anyway,
all right.
Somebody says up here, Uncle Lou, Zach Smith, and Carolina Jackpot are my three favorites on YouTube. Thank you. I feel it an honor to be mentioned in the same breath with those two portraits of manhood and humanity. Some great sperm went into producing those two, and I do appreciate it. Thanks.
Holy shit. Are we really talking about sperm here on the show already?
Zach Smith, innocent, was never proven guilty, and Uncle Lou, a great YouTuber.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll tell you what, we are going to have a great show this evening. Let's thank our sponsors. Callaway's Bar and Grill, Callaway'sBarandGrill.com. They are the sponsors of the Callaway's Pick'em Challenge. Jackpot, brother. I mean, we have people in the contest, right?
We've got 32 people in the contest so far, and I will read the names off real quick. So if you happen to be listening or, listen later on, if you don't hear your name and you paid me, then you can take that up with me later. But this is it. I'm a pretty organized feller. So I've dated these two. We have Rob Sanders. That's you. Carolina Jackpot. That's me. SEC Dog, South Carolina. Nick the Goat Saban, Bama number 18, Bulldogs _31501, Clemson Dillon, Chris Rich, James Matthews, Ted McNair, Driller Deep, Ken Bellinger, Ben Simmons, Thomas Cummings, UGA fan for life, Tyrone Quarles, Kevin Schuler, Michael Henderson, Overcover Boss, Lee Dial, Brad Garner, Gary Mills, Taylor Bruni, Tyler Dove, Bob Rutherford, Jackpot Jr., Karen Sanders, Sally Fleming, James Fleming, Jordan Dealmaker, and Justin Ellis. So that's what we got going on so far. I did a shout-out video for the contest today, shared it in a bunch of groups on Facebook, put it out on Twitter and this and that. I still didn't get any interest today, guys. I mean, it's $20 to get in for the entire season. I don't know where in the world you're going to find action like that on the internet anywhere. You know why I don't know? Because you're not. So there's no reason to even look. I don't know why we can't get more people to sign up. I got like 6 or 7 sign up in one day, and then none today after I put a damn video out on it that all of you people watched, because I know I can tell who watched my videos because I can look at the analytics on it. Guys, I don't know. I mean, don't be scared to get into it because I'm in this contest. I mean, you can still win. You can still win, or it can be like one of those Ric Flair deals, like where you know that, I'm going to win, but you might not be able to be first, but you can be next.
Okay. Can we move on?
Yeah. Your fan club has showed up, Lou. But I mean, get in there. I mean, there's no reason to be scared to jump in this thing just because I'm in here, just because Rob is in here. We all know football pretty well. I mean, yeah. But
I finished in the top.
Chance. It's like that Jim Carrey thing. There is always a chance.
I finished in the top 5.
Uncle Lou, you need to check your Facebook Messenger if you want to get that number, or it's going to run across the bottom of the ticker here in just un momento.
Oh, you want me to open it up for calls right now? I have no problem taking on these Georgia fans. What are they going to do? Talk to me about 1980? I'm not scared of these Georgia fans.
All right, go ahead.
They all can suck an entire bag of dicks.
Okay.
So they know exactly how I feel about their program. But anyway, there's the number. Call on up. 803-470-2905.
But at any rate, we need to get some more folks in contests. And the thing is, we have a lot of the same people every year. What is this, like the 5th or 6th annual, Rob? It's like the 6th annual.
No, this is like I think this is 8th or 9th, brother.
Yeah. So, I mean, I don't want to get all you people like sending me your money the last few days. I mean, I got a job to do too. I do work 50 plus hours a week, sometimes 60. And I'm going to be working out of town pretty soon and probably doing this show a lot from the road, possibly from Ohio, possibly some from West Virginia. Ugh. Get out of the cat food, God damn it. So, my time's precious too. So, I mean, it would be great if you just go on ahead and send it in now. It's $20, folks. $20. I mean, good Lord.
All right. Well, there you go with that. Also, let's do our bit from Dennis Wilson, DNC Trucking and Transport, Fireside Chats with Uncle Jackpot. Uncle Jackpot, read away, sir.
All righty. It sucks to be a Gamecock. My team has won 6 games in the past 2 seasons. Let that sink in as we pick games tonight. Please join our pick 'em. My picks are shit, and you can mock me. It sucks to be a Gamecock. Go Tigers.
That message courtesy of Dennis Wilson, DNC Trucking and Transport.
Is it fair to say that two of the 6 wins the past 2 seasons are against Vanderbilt? So a third of our wins the past 2 seasons are against Vanderbilt. That's pretty shitty if you put it into perspective. I mean, really.
I mean, you do put it into perspective, but we're going to kind of be we are going to try to be as unbiased as we possibly can. SEC Dog thinks that someone's going to call up here and own me on my own program. Brother, that's not going to happen on any planet. Okay, here's what will happen. Some Georgia fan will call up and say, you know what? This is our year. This is our year. You've been telling me that for 40 fucking years. Then you're going to tell me, why don't you like Kirby Smart? Why isn't he in your top 25 of coaches? And I'll just tell you, because I like coaches that actually win championships. Don't hire Will Muschamp as an analyst.
I don't mean to cut you. I don't mean to cut you.
Fields.
I don't mean to cut you off, but I want to comment on it before it goes away. Bulldog JC says the last day is the day before the first game, I believe, right, Carolina Jackpot? No, it's actually before kickoff of that first game, correct, Rob?
Noon. Right. Yes, before kickoff at noon. When the first game kicks off, you got to be in. So there you go with that. SEC Dog, by the way, doesn't have a satchel enough to call. He just sits in his mom's basement and types on a keyboard. He can't actually use the phone.
The contest. I mean, that's something.
He got in the contest. I don't know. He must have found some change in his couch cushions. He doesn't have the jewels to call the show. We know that. I'm glad Uncle Lou's calling. I do have respect for Uncle Lou because generally he's a realist. So, but he's not going to call up here and think that it's just going to be, we're just going to run.
Don't try to cushion the
blow down on the show.
Don't
you out of your mind? I'm not trying to cushion anything.
Yes, you are.
I'm not trying to cushion anything. Anyway, we're supposed to do our picks for South Carolina tonight.
Yep.
And the first game of the South Carolina schedule is against Eastern Illinois. Well, there you go. There is our first call. And good evening. Welcome into the Rob and Cale Show.
You look like 2 squished Twinkies. You look like 2 squished Twinkies. Now, what is this? Uncle Lou can't debate you? Look, sir.
You can't.
You know what?
You can't.
Your show is struggling. Your show is struggling for attention. My philosophy in life is this. People usually find what they're looking for, and you're looking for attention. So here's Uncle Lou calling in.
Okay, well, first of all, you're always welcome to call into the show, sir. But I don't need attention from anyone. I don't have mommy issues.
Yeah.
But go ahead and continue.
Well, you obviously
don't you, Uncle Lou, why don't you shine up those knee pads and tell me how Kirby Smart's going to win you a championship so that I can have the same thing that I've been told my entire existence. I'll wait. Go ahead.
This phone call ain't about Kirby winning the championship. This phone call is about two things. Number one, you saying with a straight face that Kirby isn't a one of the top 25 coaches in America?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Whatever credibility you used to pretend to have is out the fucking window. You can't name. First of all, you can't name, sir, 25 college coaches. You can't name 25 college coaches. Period. Much less 25 that are better than Kirby. That's literally the dumbest fucking thing I've ever heard anybody say. Period.
Okay, well, the dumbest thing,
none. I want to know who velcros your shoes in the morning because I know it's not you. Can you even fog a mirror?
Sir, let me ask you a simple question. Do you like vanilla ice cream?
I love vanilla ice cream.
Okay, well, some people don't like vanilla ice cream. You like Kirby Smart because your shit program is stuck with him. I wouldn't let him walk my fucking dog.
I like him or not. I don't like Dabo Swinney, but Dabo Swinney's a top 5 coach.
That's fine.
Dabo Swinney is a top 5 coach. Period. I don't have to like him to know that. I don't have to like Dabo Swinney to have a general understanding of college football, which you obviously don't have.
Understanding of everything.
Look, you could take what you know about college football and fit it in a fucking thimble. Kirby, I want you to name right now 10 coaches that are better than Kirby Smart. You said with a straight face, Kirby Smart is not one of the best 25 coaches in America. I want you to name me right now 10 coaches
I've
better
got
than Kirby
them for
Smart.
you.
Go.
Dabo Swinney. Don't. Oh, no. Hold on. Slow down, sir. Remember, my name is on the marquee here. You can run your dick sucker on your channel.
10.
Well, we're just going to mute you.
Go.
Nope.
You said not 25. Go.
They're
10.
right here.
They're
right here.
Go.
Are you going to let me talk, or are you going to keep running that cum catcher of yours?
I'll let you name 10 if you can. Go.
Every time I speak, you open your mouth.
Name 10. You're not naming coaches. You're making excuses. Start naming coaches, you fat fuck. Start naming coaches.
Are you going to continue to yell, sir? Do you need a hug?
Coaches.
Is that the problem that we have?
Coaches.
When someone challenges you, do you think about the smell of alcohol and your uncle's breath? What is your problem?
Start
I was going
to
name coaches, but you will not shut your hole. If you're going to have a back and forth with me, we can do that.
Start naming coaches.
Do not
start naming coaches.
Are you done, sir?
Start naming coaches.
I was naming coaches, and you keep running your mouth.
Start naming coaches.
Shut up, and I will name coaches. Here we go.
Stop swallowing your tongue. Stop swallowing your tongue and start naming coaches.
All right, here you go. These coaches are better.
Name me 25 coaches better than Kirby Smart. You said there's not 20. You said Kirby Smart's not one of the best 25 coaches.
I wouldn't want him walking my dog. Wouldn't want him walking my dog. Dabo Swinney's a better coach. Nick Saban's a better coach. Lincoln Riley's a better coach. Gus Malzahn, Ryan Day, Dave Clawson, Mario Cristobal, Mac Brown, Mark Stoops at Kentucky. I'd rather have all of them over your recruiter in chief down there that has fucking Muschamp as his analyst. It's just like I said. You like vanilla ice cream. I don't. There you go with all of it.
Okay, that's 9. Name 14 more.
14 more what? Coaches? You can go up and down the whole thing, man. You didn't even give me a chance to finish my list.
You said Kirby Smart's not one of the best 25 coaches in America. You've named 9.
He's not.
Name 14 more.
I like Eli Drinkowitz better than him. I like Lane Kiffin better than him. I mean, we can go up and down the list, man. At this point, I'd rather have Shane Beamer than fucking Kirby Smart.
12. Okay. Shane Beamer's won 0 games. That's 12.
Doesn't matter.
You got 13 more. Go.
Doesn't matter.
Go.
12. Doesn't matter.
You got 13 more. That's 12. That's 12.
13 more what? 13 more what?
You like Bronco Mendenhall
better. You said Kirby Smart's not one of the
I
best 25 coaches.
I do like Bronco Mendenhall. I do like Bronco Mendenhall. Pick any coach that you want. It doesn't matter. They're all better in my mind than Kirby Smart.
Okay, that's 13. Name 12 more. 12 more. I'm waiting.
You like the coach at Utah better, Rob.
The coach at Utah?
You said Kirby Smart is not one of the best 25 coaches.
I like Coach Patterson,
too. 25. You're up to 13.
I like Coach Patterson, too. Look, this is not about what you want.
What about
this is not about what you want.
Matt Campbell.
This is not about what you want. Look,
11 more.
I've already told
14.
you.
11 more.
Who's the coach at Dutch Fork? Who's the coach at Dutch Fork?
11
Who's
more.
better than him?
Tom
we can go on and on, man.
Tom Knott.
11 more.
Coach Knott. Yeah, I like Coach Knott at Dutch
11
Fork.
more.
John McKissick.
John McKissick. Yeah, he's retired. I like him too. I like Steve Spurrier. He's great.
10 more. That's
I like
15.
Coach
Name
Spurrier
10
too.
more.
Gunner Stockton's coach.
Whoever else? Gunner Stockton's coach. There we go.
J-Bo
Look,
Shaw.
You're already proving how little you know about college football because you're having
Brother,
named high school coaches and coaches that are retired and no longer coaching college football.
Look,
Bottom line is this: you don't know shit about college football. You're a fucking tater. You're dumber than a bag of dead batteries. You're dumber than a junk drawer.
Sure,
Nobody pays attention to anything you say. The only way you get anybody to watch your show is to talk shit about me when I'm not watching, so that other bunch of people can call me and say, "Hey, this Rob Sanders potato is talking shit about you. Why don't you call in?" I say, "Okay, I'll call in." I will guarantee you, and Jackpot, you tell me if I'm wrong, there's more people watching this show right now because Uncle Lou is in this bitch. They've been watching this fucking shit show combined for the last goddamn year. That's the fucking truth.
Is there anything else that you would like to say, sir, that's coherent? Because I can tell you the other things that I said that your shit show people didn't tell you. But we don't have to do that.
It doesn't matter what else you said. You said with a straight face, Kirby Smart's not one of the best 25 college coaches.
I stand by that.
That's just not true. That's just not true. There's not a single logical explanation that can be made for that.
That is your opinion.
You're a fucking moron. You're saying dumb shit for attention. People usually find what they're looking for. Here you are. Uncle Lou done called in. I've done made you famous now. Instead, what you should be doing is getting down on your hands and fucking knees and sucking my cock for calling into this show because this is the most relevant thing that's happened to you ever.
Really? You truly believe that?
I know that to be a fact.
That is not an absolute fact. Once again, you live in the land of opinions, sir. You have opinions, and that's just the way that it is.
Oh, Kirby Smart's not one of the best 25 coaches. What is that? Is that an opinion?
He's not. That's an opinion. It's not a fact. It's not a fact.
Exactly.
It's an opinion.
You haven't stated a single fucking fact.
No. See, now you're dancing around in circles. Obviously, that Georgia education is fucking with you. You are not listening.
Dumbass. My legs don't work. My legs don't work. I don't dance, you fat fuck. I don't dance for anybody. I don't even dance for myself. My legs don't work, you stupid fuck.
Let me explain something to you.
Listen, everyone listening right now knows you're a bumbling fucking idiot. You're stuttering. No. You can't get a word out. You're drooling. You're about to swallow your goddamn tongue. I hope somebody sticks a wallet in your mouth to save your life because I called in and I'm owning you right now. Kirby Smart's not one of the best 25 coaches in college football.
He's not. I wouldn't let him. Look, I stand by that. He could not walk my dog. And that's just the way that it is. And you stupid Georgia fans are stuck with him. Why don't you call the show back on September 5th after Clemson throat fucks your sorry team again, and then we'll see where we're at from there. How does that sound?
Well, you want to do that? Conversation have to do with who wins the game on September 4th, sir. Davos Swinney's a top 5 coach, period, bar none. I'm not so fucking stupid that I can't see that. You are.
Top 5
You're
coach.
A blind fucking homer. Unless there's a Twinkie staring you in the face, you can't see shit.
Really? I don't even know. I don't even know where you come up with that logic,
look
sir.
At yourself. Sir, look at yourself in the mirror one day. For God's sakes, man. Get a hold of yourself.
Uncle Lou, I think you're off of base here a little bit, sir. I really, really do.
No, you're off base. You said Kirby Smart's not one of the best 25 coaches in America. Now, here's the only thing I don't know is, do you really believe that? Like, in other words, are you that dumb, or were you just saying it for attention? Because no one other than you thinks that.
I can get other people that'll agree with me, too. They don't want him coaching their program.
No, you can't. No, you can't. You can't get one person to call into this show to agree with you and that can name 25 college football coaches better than Kirby Smart.
Lisa says Kirby sucks.
They don't exist.
Shut your dick sucker. Lisa says Kirby sucks. Deal in reality. We can go on and on and on and on. Nobody likes Kirby Smart,
great.
but
Kirby sucks. Well, you said Lincoln Riley was the 4th best coach in America. I could say Lincoln Riley
that is not what I said, sir.
Kirby,
you are spreading lies.
Kirby has accomplished more than Lincoln Riley. Who's accomplished more, Kirby or Lincoln Riley? Who's accomplished more, Kirby or Lincoln Riley? You said Lincoln Riley was a top 5 coach.
I'm saying that I
beat him head to head when they both had top 5 teams.
Once again, you can't deal with facts. I'm saying coaches that I would want. It's my opinion, sir. That's the thing.
Yeah, and your
Georgia fans get
ain't
so
worth 2 hoots or a country fucking holler, you backwards bumpkin.
I don't care what you think of my opinion, sir. You can go to your next QAnon rally and get together and do
might be a little bit perturbed, but you're a little bit retarded.
Don't use that word, sir. That's not polite. Why would you do that? Are you done? Hello. Well, I guess he came and spewed his nonsense and left. And that's fine. I stand by what I said. Kirby Smart's not a top 25 coach, in my opinion. Wouldn't want him walking my dog. So you can have your recruiter in chief there. He's not worth a shit. Wouldn't take him. Not at all. There you go with that. So you guys go on with who won the East last year? That would be the good man Dan Mullen. Yeah, think about that. Top 3 roster couldn't win the division. Top 3 roster couldn't win the division. So there you go with that. All right. Jackpot, are you ready to pick games now?
I am. That was quite entertaining.
Sure.
Now I will say this. I mean, I he may not be, in your top 5 of college coaches, but based on
he's not in my top. No. I stand by what I said. He's not in my top 25.
That's fine. But
wouldn't let him walk my dog.
He's got to be, just based off overall record, the past 3 to 4 years, you have to put him in the top 10. You do. I mean,
I don't have to
there's
put him
not
anywhere.
a lot of guys that have lost more.
It's my opinion. It's my opinion. By the way,
fine. That's
people
fine.
There are plenty of people that agree with what I'm saying.
That's fine.
Clemson Day says
fine.
he ran out of time on his jail call. Let's see here. Lisa says people actually listen to that dude. I mean, he just calls up and yells at people, and that's fine. That's completely fine. Once again, it comes back to the vanilla ice cream theory.
He got very angry on here. He's normally very calm and mellow.
Angry. Of course he got angry. He knows what's coming September the 4th. He doesn't want to deal with that.
What?
He knows that the song keeps continuing. Shit.
Yeah.
He knows exactly what it is. SEC Dog says, I have lost it. Good luck in the unemployment line. I'm the dumbest radio host I've ever heard. Well, keep listening, sir, because, I work for the biggest radio company in the world. Just throwing that out there. I'd love to hear your show. Or just call this show. We can do that too. All right. Jackpot, we're going to pick these games, right? Where did Jackpot go? Jackpot must be peeing. All right. Anyway, South Carolina's first game of the season is against Eastern Illinois. Eastern Illinois is the first game there for the Gamecocks. The Gamecocks are playing that Eastern Illinois team who I think they played in the spring, didn't they, Jackpot?
Yeah, they did. They won one game, I do believe. I think they went 1-3, something like that.
Let's see here. Jerome Pruitt says I could call in and name 25 dogs better than Muschamp. That's pretty funny. All right, so with Eastern Illinois, do you give them any chance to beat the Gamecocks there, Jackpot?
No.
All right, so I think we both agree that South Carolina will win that game.
Yeah.
The next matchup is against East Carolina. That's a game that you're going to, right, Jackpot?
Yes.
Yeah.
Clemson Tiger fans, Carolina Jackpot. Was that real beef there? Yes, it was. That was not. Somebody commented on here and said, this is staged. No, that was not a work. That was a shoot. So.
Well, and if Uncle Lou thinks that he hurt my feelings, he hung up. The reason that he hung up is because he didn't want to talk to any about the actual games. He didn't want to get into any of that. He just wanted you think my coach isn't great, and that hurts my feelings. There are people that don't want your coach, sir. Don't want your coach. Sorry if that hurts your feelings. And maybe you'll win the East this year, so then you can get mouth pumped again in the SEC championship game. Maybe so. Anyway, the East Carolina is the next matchup. That game will be in Greenville, Jackpot. What do you think about that game?
I think South Carolina wins. The thing that bothers me about that is, Kevin Harris hasn't practiced at all.
Right.
For Carolina, Luke Doty's been very limited, and looking at last year, I'm just like, Luke Doty didn't do a whole hell of a lot to impress me last year. Really didn't. He looked like a freshman. He looked like a true freshman with some talent. This year, he's supposed to have gotten much better. Supposed to have gotten some coaching, gotten in this and that over the summer, getting coached up, getting his technique and that. And then all of a sudden, boom, we're hurt and we don't know what the hell's going on. The Kevin Harris thing, not practicing ever since we started summer practice has got me kind of worried. But down the road, from games 3 through 12 for East Carolina, I think it'll be fine. To me, it could be a good time for Marshawn Lloyd to step up and show out. He's from Maryland, which is, if you head down the Eastern Shore from Maryland through Virginia into North Carolina, really not that far away from Greenville, North Carolina, as the crow flies, sir. Not that far away. He's kind of in his home away from home. And I think he can get out there in amongst the pine trees and the sand hills of North Carolina, kind of feel like he's back at home in Maryland. And I think going to show out just a little bit.
Of course, Mike Houston is the coach of the East Carolina Pirates. The last time that Mike Houston coached against South Carolina, Jackpot, do you remember that?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, well, just a refresher.
No one has won as many games in the first 2 years at the Citadel as Mike Houston has. Now his 13th win, and the Bulldogs knock off the Gamecocks in Columbia 23-22. Let's go to the field. Paul Feinbaum with Mike Houston.
Coach, 25 years ago, Citadel beat South Carolina. You did it again today.
Well, 25 years ago didn't help us today, but I've got a tough bunch of kids that believe in each other. They believe in doing things right on and off the field. They played their guts out today.
No one gave you a chance. How did you get it done?
I told you, they're a tough bunch. They come to practice every day. They did a great job executing our game plan in here. I mean, the headline of the Columbia paper today said that we had no chance. I mean, 25 years ago, they said the same thing. At some point, they better start respecting the kind of young men that we have at the Citadel.
Okay, he just contradicted his goddamn self. He said 25 years ago had nothing to do with why we won today, and then he turns around 25 years ago, they said the same thing. Shit. Sparrow Cooper scored it on the last play of that game too, by the way.
No, he didn't score on that. They said
did.
he was. I just watched it today, Jackpot. They said the referee said all 11 guys weren't lined up.
No, he's
East Carolina rang up almost 500 yards a game over their final 6 games last season. Holton Ahlers completed almost 60% of his throws, finished with 3,300 yards through the air, 21 touchdowns, another 6 on the ground. He is a guy that can do a lot with his feet, 359 yards rushing. So with that, I like South Carolina to muscle out a win late, but I think East Carolina is going to score some points. But their defense is terrible, Jackpot. But that should be a game where South Carolina should get right.
They're the Ole Miss of the Atlantic American Athletic.
Back out to the phones we go. Good evening. Welcome to the Rob and Cale Show.
Yo, what's good, my brothers? It's Sippy down here in Louisiana.
What's going on, man?
4th, game of the century. Southern Miss down there in the doggone ugly swamps of Mobile. We're going to take on the South Alabama. I can't even talk. They're so ugly. South Alabama Jaguars.
Oh, you're losing.
Bentley's going to throw for a lot.
Who?
Jake Bentley, the quarterback for South Alabama.
The man that travels from South Carolina to Utah can't get his shit together, and now he's at South Alabama. You think this son of a gun's going to actually do something?
Well, to be fair, he went to a Mormon state during a COVID year. Could you do a lot in a Mormon state during a COVID year? I don't think so. I couldn't.
I don't think you could do anything in a Mormon state in a regular year.
I probably couldn't even get out of bed in the morning. He's my hero.
Y'all got so y'all got.
He can hit a lawnmower and a golf cart from 50 yards away with a football, and he can throw it up the mountains over there.
South Alabama's not really that good. You guys might be all right.
There
Might
we
be all
go,
right.
baby. Let me get a big old Southern Miss to the doggone top, baby.
Southern Miss. Woo! Rock the
Thanks for
rock,
calling
baby.
the show, man. All right, jackpot. Next game is at Georgia. Should be a tough matchup there for the Gamecocks. We both got the Gamecocks at 2-0, but I think they dropped that game.
Yeah, I think Georgia ekes out a win.
Ekes out a win.
Andre Green
Next
says,
matchup.
this guy, in quotes, this guy makes folks from Louisiana sounds dumb.
The next matchup is Kentucky, September the 25th against Kentucky. What do you think about that matchup there, Jackpot? I think that Kentucky's thinking right now that they're a better program than South Carolina. Hold on, let's take this phone call really quick here. And good evening, welcome to the Rob and Cale Show.
Hey, Rob and Cale, what's up?
What's going on?
Hey, man. Hey, I just want to say that Arkansas is going all the way this year, baby.
Where are they going?
They're going all the way to the SEC West champions, man. They're gonna do it.
All right. Well, we haven't had an Arkansas fan call the. I think Arkansas is going to finish 4th in the West.
That's because you don't know shit. That's why.
Okay. Well, tell me why Arkansas is going to do better than 4th.
Because they the best, baby. Hogs.
I do like you to beat Texas in whatever it is, week 2.
Week 2?
Oh, fuck Texas.
Exactly. Fuck them in the nose.
They're going to beat them. They're going to beat Southern Georgia. We're going to beat everybody's ass. Georgia, Alabama, everybody.
When's the last time you beat Alabama?
Last time I beat my meat.
I don't think they ever beat Alabama.
I think they beat Alabama in the year that they only lost 2 games. They lost to Mississippi State the Sterner year when Sterner fumbled.
Who?
They beat Alabama that year.
Arkansas will win SEC West. I'll eat my motherfucking hat.
94.
All right, man. Well, hats. I don't know how you can eat a hat, but if they win the West, we look forward to you eating it.
You look like you eat a lot of them.
A hat?
Bye-bye.
No, sir. Bye-bye. We got Arkansas fans saying they're going to win the West.
You got Arkansas people calling you fat when they live on a steady diet of red-eye gravy, chitlins, and damn cube steak. Come on. Kool-Aid.
The Kentucky matchup, Jack, do you have that as a win or a loss? What do you got for that? I think Kentucky wins that game.
Well, everybody's kind of lumping it into that. So like, hey, Kentucky beat South Carolina 6 out of the last 7 years, and they think they're better program than you. And I'm not 100% sold on that being lost, but I'm going to lump it into the category of a loss. I think And I don't know. I don't know what kind of psyche is Shane Beamer. I think Shane Beamer's a motivator. I don't think he's going to let a loss get him down. To Georgia, in the Will Muschamp era, you'd let a team like Georgia beat you twice. Can I throw this one up there? Can I throw this one up there as a half? That's a half.
Are we making up shit? You're going to go with a half?
Walt does this when he picks games. He throws them up as halves. This is a half. I can't call it as a win or a loss either way. I cannot sit here with a straight face and tell you that Kentucky's going. I'm not sold on their offense. I don't think they're dynamic enough offensively. I know.
Have a sack, and give it and say the Gamecocks are going to win. Don't go halfway. No one leads with just the tip, Jack.
It's a loss. I'm going to put it as a loss. Okay.
Well, there you go. So we both got the Gamecocks at 2-2 after 4 games. The next matchup is Troy on October the 2nd. I think that South Carolina wins that game.
Win.
All right, let's move on from that. So we have the Gamecocks at 3-2 going into Tennessee. I've said from the beginning.
Have a great coach. Who has a great coach? Who is they? Pronouns, pal.
Pronouns, pal.
Pronouns, pal. I can't stand that they. them, he, her pronouns. Give me a name. God damn it. It's not that hard. Kentucky. Great. I don't know about above average. I might give you good. I might give you great. I don't know. How many times has he won more than 10 games? Once. Or has he won double digits? Once. I mean, what else has he done? I mean, he took him from being shitty to being average. How's that qualify you as great? It's not great. Come on. He ain't won no championships.
The Tennessee matchup, Jackpot. I think South Carolina wins that game.
Win.
We don't even have to talk about it. We both agree. Vanderbilt matchup. So we got them at 4-2 going into Vanderbilt. They haven't lost to Vanderbilt in like 14 seasons. I think they beat Vanderbilt. That's 5-2.
Win, but be careful. I think that everybody is really underrating Vanderbilt. That nobody. I mean, and here we go again with me the other day when I was going off about Florida and people shoehorning them in as the second best team behind Georgia. People shoehorning Alabama in as the number one team in the West and really not taking a – people shoehorn Vanderbilt in as the worst team in the SEC East, but they really haven't taken a look at the fact that, they played 4 games last year where they were competitive. I mean, they were 0-9. They fired their coach. They returned, almost all of their damn starters. I can't help but think they're going to be a little bit better. They actually play a non-conference schedule this year against some pretty weak competition, except for like Stanford. So Barry Anderson said SC not beating Tennessee and Neyland. Yeah, because that's never been done before. That's never been done before. It's a present. Neyland's such a tough place to play nowadays. That huge home field advantage. Huge. Carolina wins that one. Carolina wins against Vanderbilt too, but keep an eye on Vanderbilt.
All right, so we got them at 5-2 going into at Texas A&M. They've never beat Texas A&M. Eventually that streak's going to end, but I don't think it ends this year. I think the Gamecocks will have a hard time winning on the road. Let's get one more call in here quickly, Jackpot. Good evening. Welcome into the Rob and Cale Show.
Hello.
Hello.
So, would you agree to the statement that Tennessee is South Carolina's season, like win or lose type of scenario? Like, would you say that Tennessee is deciding of South Carolina's whole season?
I think that determines bowl eligibility. If we want to get down to it, does it determine the whole season? No.
All right.
All right. Thanks,
caller.
Go
Gamecocks.
Woo!
So we got 5-2 heading into Texas A&M. I think Texas A&M wins that game. What do you got, Jackpot?
I think South Carolina loses, but I think it's a lot closer than people expect. I think they make up some ground from last year's game. And Clemson Tiger said voice crack. Yeah, I thought that I could also see that puberty was approaching or in progress. I think it's a lot closer than last year's game, maybe within 2 scores. Yeah, we'll lose. Vol State says Carolina Jackpot hates Tennessee more than Clemson. Never. No. I don't.
Next matchup.
I don't hate you because I pick us to win over you. I mean, come on. Do I hate East Carolina worse than Clemson? I think South Carolina's going to beat East Carolina. Do I hate Eastern Illinois worse than Clemson? No. I don't. I mean, I'm just saying. You're just not that good. Just it.
The next matchup is against Florida. I think that the Gators win that game. I think that it's going to be a tough matchup there for South Carolina. Jackpot, which way are you going?
Let's answer the call.
Caller, welcome in. Hello, caller.
What's up, guys?
What's going on?
Hey.
I wanted to say, how about them Bears? Pulled out the win in week 0 against a good West Side team, 23-20.
Talking about the BHP Bears?
That's right. How about them Bears?
No. They always got a pretty strong team down there in Belton, Honey Path.
Thanks for calling, man. We
West-
appreciate it.
West Side good too.
Yeah. As good as T.L. Hannah.
All right, Jackpot. What do you think of the Florida matchup? Is that a win or a loss for the Gamecocks?
Now, I'm going to do Courtney Washington says Jackpot don't sleep on Florida.
Are you taking Florida or not?
This game and the Auburn game, I'm doing something here a little bit different. I cannot give you a win or a loss on either one of those games, but I can tell you this: South Carolina is going to win one of those and lose one of them. I cannot. I'm sorry. I'm not telling you I don't have the sack to pick a win or a loss. I can't wrap my head around which one they're going to win and which one they're going to lose. I don't think they win both. They're not losing both. So that's a half. I'm telling you, I'm giving that a half. Stop it! Leave him alone.
The next matchup is against Mizzou. I think the Gamecocks dropped that game. Winning in Como is not going to be an easy task. I like the Tigers to win that game.
Yeah, South Carolina's going to have a problem with them with the quarterback and with What's the receiver that transferred from Ohio State in to Missouri?
Yeah, I know you're talking about. It's on the tip of my tongue. I can't remember though.
Anyway, they're going to have. They didn't really have. That was the thing that I had kind of doubted about Missouri was like, they got a really good quarterback, but I'm like, who the fuck is he going to throw the damn ball to? But then all of a sudden, this cat shows up in the transfer portal, and I'm like, there we go. They're going to have some problems there. South Carolina has historically had problems on the road at Mizzou. So, I'm probably going to have to chalk that one up as a loss right now. I'm high on Mizzou. I'm higher on Mizzou than most people are. I think the coach they have he's criminally underrated, and I think that's an 8-win team, an 8, maybe 9-win. They have possibility. They have the chance to be a 10-win team, and that is that's no BS. Missouri, I mean, the non-conference schedule that they play is absolute horseshit, which, it works out in their favor. That's absolute horseshit. But, looking, at their regular season schedule, it's very, very manageable. That they, went out in the SEC, except for, maybe possibly the game against Georgia. I mean, I think they beat Florida. I think they're going to drop one somewhere else. I think the game against Kentucky in week 2 or 3, wherever it's at, may be a bit of a problem for them because, it's early on in the season. Maybe they don't have their sea legs under them just at that point in time. But, it's also possible they beat Kentucky. I'm not high on Kentucky either. It's week 2. As many people are, that Boston College matchup, everybody's like, oh, they got to go to Boston College. They're pretty good. They'll probably lose that. Yeah, I'm not in that camp. I think they win at Boston College. I mean, it's an ACC team. I mean, that's a wet fart. I think they beat them, and I think they get revenge against Tennessee. I think the game at home against Texas A&M is going to be a real good one for them, which I think they may drop. This is a 9-3 team. I had picked them to lose at the end of the season on the road at Arkansas just because this is a rivalry game. And, Arkansas, little revenge factor from last year. But, I think Missouri is going to be good. So, lose anyway.
The next matchup is against Auburn. I don't think that Auburn is that good of a team, but I'm wondering if where the Gamecocks' head will be because I think that they'll be in the midst of a 1, 2, 3 game losing streak, and the season's slipping away. So I'm going to take the Gamecocks to lose that game.
Yeah, I think that's a little bit silly. I'm not. I don't know what we're going to get from Auburn. I mean, I think Bo Nix is a pretty talented quarterback. I want to see what they can do with an offense under Brian Harsin. I mean, he's had some guys that can throw it around at Boise State. Maybe he gets something out of him that Gus Malzahn couldn't. But on the flip side, Mike Bobo's there. Derek Mason's there, who's a proven loser. Both of them. So, I mean, I don't know. I don't know what you're going to get with them. You have Stank Bigsby there, who wasn't good enough to come to South Carolina, so he had to go to Auburn behind the great Kevin Harris last year. I'm giving that one a half, too. I'm telling you, South Carolina's going to beat one of those fuckers and lose to one of them. And I would rather – which one do you think I'd rather beat at this point? I would rather fucking
Florida
beat again than to beat Florida.
I think you'd rather beat Florida.
I hate Florida, too. I hate them with a passion. I wish we had some Florida people who would get on this call-in show, but the only one that we ever get that seems to come in here is Destroy. And Destroy only shows up in here after Florida wins the game during the regular season. He's kind of on a milk carton 9 months and 3 weeks out of the rest of the year. So there's that. But we just don't have any Florida fans that get in there. I can't fucking stand them. I don't know what it is about them and that shitty fan base. They think I don't know what it is about it. It's just before Steve Spurrier came to Florida, there was an average that sometimes shut up. Sometimes a little bit more than the average team. The year before, you remember that great play with Herschel Walker in 1980 or no? Goddamn. Who's the guy that ran that fucking that kick back for a touchdown for Florida in 1980? And Larry Munson. Larry Munson. Get my damn thought out, damn it. Larry Munson had that famous call. What was the guy's name? It's on the damn tip of my tongue. Anyway, the year before, Lindsey Scott as Jacob West, he was like, Lindsey Scott, oh my God, Lindsey Scott, he's going to go all the way, Lindsey Scott. But the year before that, Florida didn't win a fucking game. They were 0-11 in 1979. They're not good. Historically, it's not a very good program. If you want to go back, way back, they're not like deep and talented like Michigan's been and Notre Dame has been and Ohio State, all these teams have been good for decades and decades. They're just not that. They're kind of like Florida State, who was a converted women's college, who turned into something good in the 1970s. Florida doesn't have all that history. Shit. Fucking scrubs.
Oh. And then after that matchup with Auburn.
And then Brandon Kuhn has to throw in here. Gamecocks was 0-11 in 1999. Thank you, Brandon, for refreshing my memory. That's really not right there in the damn tip of it, but thank you. I appreciate that. I was there when we ran a fucking what was it? Vanderbilt ran out of the end zone with the damn punter to get a safety against us when they were up 9-8 or they were up 11-6. They gave us no, god dang, I can't remember. They were up 11-8, I think. They ran out of the back of the end zone and won the game 11-10. It was whatever it was. It's so ugly that I can't even remember. But they were confident enough in their defense to stop South Carolina's offense. They could kick back off to us after giving up 2 points that we wouldn't fucking score, and we didn't, and we lost. That was a sad day to be a Gamecock.
Worse than the Citadel thing I just played earlier, right?
Oh, God, yes, because the Citadel that year was actually a good FCS team. They were actually good. They were actually like the Clemson of FCS that year, like the number 2 team, not the champs, but they were pretty close.
7-3.
Huh?
They were 7-3.
Yeah, no, they wasn't. They were better than that.
No, that was their record. They finished 7-3.
I'm pretty sure it's like 9-1.
Well, that's what I just read off. I mean, I watched some of the game earlier, but anyway,
Hmm.
the next matchup is Clemson. Clemson, at the end of the season, jackpot. I think that's a loss. What do you got there?
I think South Carolina pulls the upset, snaps the string.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Why wouldn't I be?
All right. Well, so with that, I've got South Carolina at 5-7, which is generous in my opinion.
Oh shit.
Jackpot's got them. I mean, you got them losing to Georgia, Kentucky, Texas A&M, Mizzou for sure. And you got a half with Florida and Auburn, right? So if 2 halves equal a whole,
right?
Is that fair? Okay. That gives you 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you've got them at 7-5. Is that 7-5? So Jackpot's got them at 7-5. I've got them at 5-7. He gave them a half. So he said they were going to lose to Georgia, Kentucky, and Texas A&M and Mizzou. That's 4. Florida's a half loss, and Auburn is a half loss. So there you go with that. You put the 2 halves together, you get a whole. And with that, Jackpot's got his beloved Gamecocks going 7-5.
Move Ziggy. People are going to call me delusional for the Clemson thing. My thing about it is, I mean, you just lost so many quality offensive weapons. You know, so many guys that are just performing well in the NFL right now. That I see this. I see you ripe for the picking. I see you like a peach that has been on the tree for a couple of days longer than it should be in that summer heat, and it's just ready. It's just like bacon, pick me, and you're gone. I think this is the year that this happens.
Well, there you go. So I've got him at 5-7. Jackpot's got him at 7-5. Last call for calls this evening at 8:03.
Barry Anderson says East Carolina. Barry Anderson said East Carolina's not a given. Okay, in that case, Barry, neither is Arkansas for you. So you're a Georgia fan. Last call for calls. Get some calls in here. I love to keep going. Clemson Tigers 2021 says so many offensive weapons sitting on the bench. Why would you sit them on the bench? I wouldn't sit them on the bench. I thought y'all were the kings and queens of just keeping it going. You know, keeping that rotation going. I mean, y'all are, you're telling me things that are just silly.
I'm kind of shocked that you went with 7 wins there. I thought
Courtney Washington says ECU has been known to win these types of games. Yes, they were, Courtney. Back in the 1990s, tell me when in the past 10 years East Carolina has beaten anybody of any substance. And please don't tell me North Carolina in 2018. North Carolina in 2018 won 2 games. They were horrible. They beat NC State 1 year or 2. They beat NC State 1 year when they won like 2 games. Tell me when they've beaten somebody that was any good. If South Carolina only goes on and wins 2 games, then I'll say, that really wasn't a great win either. I mean,
East Carolina, what they've won, I mean, South Carolina's dominated the matchup with them. East Carolina's gotten a couple of wins, but
they were at that one game that I've played here on YouTube a few times that we talked about with the I don't know, that idiot coach who got over there at halftime. It's like, oh dang, we might be up right now, 28-0, but we're not playing good. I mean, I'm like, what the fuck? Shout out to whatever his name was, Steve Logan. Vandy is going to throat fuck South Carolina. Colonel Wooderson says, I could not agree more. That basketball team they have coming back this year is going to be hell on wheels.
With Jerry Stackhouse as the coach. All right, welcome into the Rob and Cale Show. Good evening.
What's up, fellas?
What's going on, man?
Y'all
How
need
are
a
you?
sobriety test for this show, man. Y'all need a sobriety test. Some people are drunk tonight. Lord of mercy.
Hey, let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question, sir. Would you have Kirby Smart as a top 25 coach? If Kirby Smart could coach your program, would you like that?
Dude, I will take crawfish head sucking Ed Orgeron. I'll keep my coach. Thank you.
Yeah, well,
please.
apparently
it
there's.
doesn't matter. You can recruit your ass off. If you don't win, it doesn't matter. Come on.
Well, that's what I try to tell these ignorant Georgia fans, but they don't want to hear it. How can you sit here and say that you would want Kirby Smart? Would not let him walk my dog. I'll stand behind that. Him and Will Muschamp can sit up there and have their circle jerk together, and Georgia can continue to be a team with top 3 talent, but not win a damn thing. So keep on keeping on.
Rob, to be fair, if he can't coach, and then he wasn't bringing in top level talent, I mean, would he even be in the conversation? He can't. He's got part of the package. He's got part of the package. He just needs to get the rest of the package down pat. I mean, does that not count for something? And then
that's like saying you could be like a beautiful chick but dumb as fuck. That's basically what you're implying there. That's basically what Kirby Smart is. He has the beauty of all of this talent, but he's dumb as fuck. I mean, he's only slightly smarter than the fan base there. In fact, I would take some of the Georgia fans over there. Beggin' Megan probably would have won the East with that Georgia team last year. I mean, he wouldn't have had his quarterback sitting on the fucking bench all year, and the little itty bitty fella out there playing quarterback, and then get defensive about it and try to blame the media.
Here we go with cool. Clemson Pop Warner Conference says, LOL says, I don't think he could walk your dog. It looks like you need to do that, sir. Go get a workout. Might do you good, sir. Okay, you're real funny with the fat insults there. I bet you're sitting there stuffing your face with Little Debbie oatmeal cream pies and some cheap-ass fucking beer. Why don't you get back to your damn Minecraft game or your damn Dungeons and Dragons shit. I mean, leave this to the real people who talk college football. I'm not here for all the damn fat jokes. I got a damn gut, okay? I'll stand up here and show it to you. I'm fucking 46 years old. I got a big old fat fucking hairy belly. I've lost 50 pounds the past 6 months, but I'm still fat as fuck. I don't give a damn.
Oh, my God.
So you can go eat one. We're not over here to shots of people's personal appearance. This is a damn smack talking show, and nobody gets offended by any of your little snide comments. You fucking fuck. Go eat a damn box of matches and then go jump in the goddamn kerosene heater.
That's funny. Nick Marshall says Kirby Smart is without question a top 10 coach, just being honest, but everyone is entitled to their opinion. Very good, Nick. Apparently, Uncle Lou doesn't understand that. Yeah, go ahead.
I got a question about Kirby Smart. I got 2 questions, and I'll jump off. First question is this. If Kirby Smart...
I can't jump off. I'm too fat.
West, do you really think that he would be around still or be fired? If he was in the SEC West?
Well, I think
the only reason he hasn't been fired because he's in the East, and he can't win in the East.
Okay, well, what's the other thing that you had to ask about Kirby Smart?
It was my Kirby Smart. There was another question about Beamer and Harsin down there in Auburn. Which one gets fired first? And I'll jump off.
Oh, well, that's a good question.
Roll
But
off a cliff.
very good, sir. Thank you for calling the show. We appreciate it. I would go with Harsin gets fired first. They're already writing negative articles about Harsin down there on like AL.com.
Why?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'm just saying they're already writing articles about it. What?
He ain't even played a game yet. What the fuck?
I'm just saying they're already writing negative articles about him already.
Why? What's negative? I mean, what did he do that's not positive?
They don't like the way that he's handled some of the stuff down there. There's talk about why would you bring in some of the retread folks? Maybe he didn't handle things certain way.
I mean, they're the ones who ran off a good coach. I mean, they had a decent coach. I mean, they ran him off, and So, I mean, you had to replace him with somebody. I mean, let's give him a chance.
Read Colonel Wooderson's comment there, Jackpot. That's
Harsin will get fired first because they are more committed to football than Carolina. Okay. What does the Tar Heels have to do with this?
Exactly. North Carolina's all about their basketball team, so maybe the Colonel's right.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, man. 803-470-2905, 803-470-2905. As we roll along here on the Rob and Kale
Brandon Coon says, "Watch Gus dominate at UCF." I'm all about that. I hope he does. I hope he goes down there with his little gold and black sweater vest and wins 12 games a year. He goes to Disney and monorail, but
he can't wear a SCU says, read this comment. I'm reading the comment.
Read the comment.
I think that I think he's not gonna be wearing a sweater vest down there. It's too damn hot.
This is
true.
All
right. Harbaugh is the first coach that's fired. We'll see on that. I think the first coach that's going to get fired is if there are some coaches that are technically on the hot seat. We can get into that later on. But let's go out to the phones. And welcome into the Rob and Kale Show. Good evening.
So give me a reason why Kirby's not top 25 head coach.
We've already been through this. I mean, we can go back to it again if you want. Last season, he had a top 3 roster, couldn't win the division, got beat out by Dan Mullen.
Yeah, you know how he got that top 3 roster?
Yeah, he got it through recruiting. Other coaches recruit. It's all about winning, sir. You can recruit, but if you don't win, that doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, Georgia's basically Georgia's finishing the top.
Georgia's basically, George. You can win basically. Where's your SEC East title from last year? Tell me where that is.
Yeah, talk about the other 3. Let's talk about the other 3. Let's talk about how we finished in the top 10 for the past 4 years, and you're saying we can't win.
I'm saying, once again, this is my opinion. Don't want him coaching my program. That's the thing. Just because you like vanilla ice cream doesn't mean I have to like it. Wouldn't want him coaching my program. Wouldn't let him walk my dog. Just the way that it is.
Okay. But that doesn't make 25 coaches better than him.
I'm saying that it's my opinion that I would take 25 coaches over him before I would take him for my team. I just told you. I just told you the way that he's handled so many different things. The stuff last year with Daniels, the stuff with of course Justin Fields, the way that the Texas lost.
Ran Jamie Newman off.
Brother, it's not an issue of that.
What about that, Rob? Nobody's ever really impressed by
with the talent that Georgia has.
You're gonna
Jackpot?
take coaches
Why
who lost
did Jamie Newman leave Georgia? Nobody's ever really addressed that.
Yeah, nobody wants to talk about that, about Jamie Newman leaving the program. Nobody talks about that. That was kind of swept under a rug there too. But I mean, there's several other things too. And look, it's my opinion of what I like. I don't understand why people get so upset about it. I wouldn't want him coaching my team, period. You can recruit all you want, but don't win.
4 or 5 games a year.
Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Dave Clawson with that talent wouldn't lose a damn game. Would not lose a damn game.
Yeah, but the thing is, they can't get that talent. Kirby can.
But you get it. What does it matter if you get it if you can't win with it?
He's winning with it. He's on 11-1 national title.
Did you win? Did you win the SEC East last season?
How many times has Florida won the SEC East?
Did you win the SEC East last season?
You talked about our other 3 SEC titles.
Did you win the SEC East last season?
Alabama didn't win the East in 2 of the past 4
Alabama
years.
doesn't play in the
Are we talking about Georgia or are we talking about Alabama?
Alabama doesn't play in the SEC East, sir.
We're talking about 3 different teams here. None of them are his.
I mean, Alabama beat Florida by 6 points. Georgia
Ask
had
the
a bad
question.
year. I don't get it. I don't get your point.
Answer
I'm
the question.
telling you had top 3 talent and couldn't win your division. Couldn't win the division.
1 year. How many coaches have won their division every single year they play?
He has issues with second half adjustments. Nobody wants to talk about that.
Okay, but he doesn't have.
Nobody wants to talk about
games a year.
Nobody wants to talk about how you basically didn't show up for the Texas game and you got embarrassed in that game by Bevo. Nobody wants to talk about that. And at the end of the game, he talks about how Tom Herman had that team coached up. Hold on, sir. He said after that game, Tom Herman had his team coached up better and playing harder than we did. He said he got out-coached by Tom Herman, who's not even with the program anymore. Is that the kind of coach you want? I don't want that.
He's not with any program anymore.
Lincoln Riley lost to Texas. Lincoln Riley lost to Texas. Does that make him a bad coach?
It doesn't. Look, I'm telling you from the perspective of the way that Kirby Smart does things, there are 25 other coaches I'd rather have. I would not want him coaching my team, period.
Who goes 7-8-4, and they never win the division.
So, what I like, it's just the way that he is. I don't like him. Don't like him. Don't like the way he handles things.
7-5 every year.
It's not an issue of going 7-5 every year. I think Mark Richt was a better coach than he is.
Rob, I don't mean to be sacrilegious, but these people actually act, and I don't mean to cut the collar off or interrupt you or anything.
Yep.
These people act like you took a painting of Jesus Christ and like took an axe and put it through his face. That's what they are acting like.
I mean, they think that everybody like. Here's the thing.
With the Uncle Lou thing, it was funny, but the more and more I hear about it, it's just damn good Lord.
No, and here's the thing. They think that we're all supposed to line up and go up there and tap Uncle Lou on his shoulder and tell him, hey, get off your knees because, take the Kirby Smart, the dimple on your chin from Kirby Smart's nutsack. We want one for ours. And they think that I'm supposed to get in and do that? No, don't want him. Don't give a shit what he does. Don't want him. The way he sits on the sideline with his little visor, he wants to be Steve Spurrier, but he's inept. Don't want him. Simple as that. Not changing my fucking mind. Y'all can sit over there with him and continue to lose to freaking Florida and get your ass kicked down there. Welcome into the show. Good evening.
Hey, I'm enjoying y'all's show, and everybody needs to understand that's just your opinion.
They don't understand that, man. It's just what I like, man. Some people like vanilla ice cream, some don't. Sure.
Here's my opinion.
All right, JR.
Will Muschamp with a bunch of 5 stars.
Thank you for that. That's your opinion.
In-game adjustments.
In-game doesn't do that.
Is their mirror.
He doesn't do that.
But see,
here's the thing. Here's the thing with the Georgia fans, though. They're so fucking inept, and they don't know what winning is. They don't know about that whole national title thing. And they'll sit here and they'll say things like Dabo Sweeney's on the sideline, and he doesn't even get any his headset doesn't work. It's just there as a prop. Dabo Sweeney's got 2 national titles in 5 years. Okay? Simple as that. They want to sit there and just keep running that mouth. And Kirby Smart's better. And Rob, you should recognize. I don't have to recognize shit. Don't want him coaching my team. Now, Uncle Lou can sit over there and get on his channel and talk about, well, Kirby Smart this and Kirby Smart that. And Rob doesn't know what he's talking about. And Rob should do this and Rob should do that. Stick with that loser. Stick with that loser and the guy that runs off talented players. You guys enjoy that. Make that bed and lay in it. He's not worth a fuck. Wouldn't let him, as I said, walk my dog, period.
I understand that, and I'll tell you, I'd keep Will Muschamp as far away as your program. That's another thing about these damn dog fans. Like now, all of a sudden, he's on staff over there. He's a defensive guru. Well, I can show you the last 5 years, but that's not true. That's
exactly. Kirby Smart said he hired him. He said he hired Will Muschamp to, quote, analyze us. You got a 2-time SEC failure to come in and analyze your coaches. What does that say about you? What does it say about you?
You're right. Look what he's done. He made Florida worse. He inherited a bad situation in Carolina,
Brother,
and somehow
he put South Carolina. He put South Carolina
Why would you
behind
want him
the
around
8
your
ball.
program if you're such a great coach?
Oh yeah, no, I mean he shouldn't. I mean, if you want to have him there to, I don't know, maybe I don't know what he can do that's viable because he's been a failure a long time. So
maybe
there's
George
that.
Pickens' babysitter. I don't know.
Maybe seriously, he says he's there to analyze the coaches. That's what he is.
Yeah,
Jacob Online says that Sir Muschamp is one of the best defensive minds in college football. He just can't run a program.
It wasn't last year.
Yeah, how was that Gamecock defense last year?
Three NFL draft picks on his defense, and he wasn't last year.
Yeah, all that NFL talent. The first defensive player taken. Guess what? Gamecock defense was shit.
You're right about that, and I hate to say it, but I can show you that run in the Florida game last year that kind of discredits Will Muschamp.
Are you talking about the one where our defensive backs missed their that Trayvon Grimes caught the pass, and we have three defensive backs on him?
Yeah.
Kelly said the whole damn team.
That's pitiful. It was out there playing touch football.
Well,
exactly
they
right,
you know.
man.
Well, hey, I appreciate you calling the show, buddy.
Show, man. Y'all keep
Thank
it
you,
up.
man. Have a great night. All right. 803-470-2905. 803-470-2905. Edwin
Reed said gave up 52 to the worst LSU team in 20 years. To that credit, wasn't the worst LSU team in 20 years. Some of the ones that Jerry DiNardo coached were a little bit shittier. The one that Steve Tannehill beat sucked too, but Tannehill. Why?
Steve Tannehill reference. Welcome into the show. Good evening.
Hey, I just want to say one thing.
Welcome into the show. Good evening.
I just want to say one thing. You count on three things in your life: death, taxes, and Florida beating South Carolina.
Except if you're in 2017, right?
Thanks for calling the show, man. All right, 803-470-2905.
I need you to kind of get out there and get your connections going on with some people. Somebody asked me, and this is one that I think we might be able to pull off, might possibly be able to pull off. Somebody asked us to get Steve Tannehill on here with us.
You know, our buddy Mike Muse, who owns Callaway's, was one of Steve Tannehill's offensive linemen. Know each other. We might be able to see if we can do that. That might work out. See if we can make some calls there. All right. Let's see here. One of the things here. Sean says he's not lying, though. South Carolina has a bad record against conference games. Jacob is typing in all caps because he wants me to read that. I don't.
Jacob always types in all caps. Jacob doesn't have a lowercase button on his computer device. That's okay.
All right. 803-470-2905.
I always kind of know who it is when I see it.
Yeah. What coach should UGA go get that would be better? Well, you can go in the division and go hire Mark Stoops. Mark Stoops makes chicken salad out of chicken shit every year. That would be a better hire, in my opinion.
That shit.
803-470-2905. Welcome into the show. Good evening.
This is the comrade calling in. I'm listening to the show right now.
Wait a minute. Slow down. Slow down. Is this the actual real comrade calling into the show?
This is the comrade. I love
Get the hell out of here.
Listen. So forget these prediction things going on right now. Because
Sure.
Once again, Rob is running his mouth about stuff he doesn't know. Kale Hall, 7-5. As I say before, 7-5. Everything goes wrong. I can see 7-5 for the Gamecocks. So we're not talking about that right now. I'm sitting here. I got 4 kids in this house, okay? And they've got Christmas lists going on right now. I'm trying to figure out my budget. So I want to know how many people are in the contest because I want to win the thing, okay? So I can start my Christmas shopping right now. Are people joining the contest this year? What's going on?
Lisa online says, "Oh shit, it's the legend." Fuck me. Brandon says, "Tell comrade I said hello, my hero." Are you guys like sitting in the back of a Volvo holding hands? What's going on there, Jack?
That's my son. I want to talk money right now. I know that there's several of listeners still who think they can beat me in the contest, and that's fine. I want to make sure everyone knows I will be in the contest. Cal, your money's coming to you here soon. But I want to make sure we get like 50 people in the contest, at least 50 people.
Are you sure, comrade?
We get 50 in the contest.
Are you sure you don't have a booming business to take care of for those kids?
Well, listen, if I get off to a tough start, I will create a business that's used as an excuse, probably. You know,
Comrade, we have to address the comment here from Edwin. He says, Comrade didn't make the top 10 last year. Your response?
Okay, Edwin, first of all, let me explain something to you.
Make sure you wear your lucky wristband.
Last year, I was running the contest last year and working from home. I had a booming business last year, and I was running ads on networks and wasting people's money. I had a lot going on, Edwin. Okay, this year, I'm not running the contest. All I'm doing this year is picking games. That's it. I'm just picking games this year. And all the rest of the stuff is off my plate, Edwin. There's no way I can lose this year. Like, no way.
You guys don't really have to fear
I can lose this year.
Hold on, more comments for the comrade here. Lisa says her granddaughter beat you in the contest last year.
Once again, Lisa, last year, what happened? I'm running the business. I'm running the contest. Okay.
One other comment. Brock says, "Are you still using your shitty computer?"
Listen, the computer is always a staple. What is that noise?
That's your computer dialing in to the
okay.
AOL.
Okay, listen. The computer is always being tweaked. And last year, the computer was under stress as well. The computer was being used for Zoom calls, to work from home. A lot of going on last year. Okay? And some people beat me. And they're still celebrating. I know one person who came like in 28th place and beat me, and I swear it's made his whole life. He's still celebrating right now.
Lisa
with a pop
says
collar and a wristband.
Lisa says multitask, bitch. All right. Well, I think we have 32 people in the contest there, comrade. So we'll probably have a lot
to get to 50. So the people who are, and I know we have a collection of people. I can tell you right now who they are, who all run their mouth come October 1st about how great they are at picking games. Yet they didn't get in the contest because they got busy that week. They had the money was due, even though
they got busy. We had kids. We had diapers to change.
Yeah. So it always happens. So get your $20
businesses pay. We had endorsements for our business.
Well,
because we always have these experts who don't get in the contest who tell you who they really are. I picked these games in my basement last week and I was 8-0. I just didn't get into the contest. Good things were busy. Get in the contest. Put your name on it. And I need money. I need some money for Christmas. And 4 kids are getting older. They want more expensive things. So I got to win the contest, and it's a done deal. All I'm doing is picking games this year. Know the responsibilities. That's it. There's no way I lose. There's no way I lose unless maybe Cale Hall can get me, and maybe the champ, Joe Andrews, can beat me. That's the only 2 guys I'm worried about. That's the only 2 guys I'm worried about
I finished second
Rob
last
has no
year.
Chance.
So
listen, Rob,
no chance.
you have no chance, Rob. Now Rob will be in the top 10 probably. But Rob,
I have no chance.
Probably at number 10.
Gamecocks all year long.
I can name 20. He would make my top 25.
And the Gamecocks are going to go at least 10-2 against the spread. At least 10-2 against the spread. Probably 11-1.
Wait! You're changing your mind because you told me the other day 12-0.
Well, I told you before that I'm worried that Cale Hall, who's respected in Vegas, is laying down some big bets on Gamecock games, in the future, and that could change the lines a little bit because they look at wise guys like Cale and they change the line. So that could happen.
They're looking at getting me on the Laser Talk TV podcast.
Rob will pick against the Gamecocks at least 10 times this year.
I've finished higher in the contest than you, and I think the past 3 seasons. But okay,
Jacob Watson says I'm not paying, so I won't join. Okay. I mean, the more people that join, the bigger the pot is. You don't seem to understand that. It's like, we're not giving away free money here. You all are contributing to it, and then you end up with a 1 in 100, 1 in 200, maybe 1 in 300 chance of winning. But the higher the odds go, the bigger the prize. I mean, I don't know. Probably find that on the ground.
But it's still fun. It's still fun.
You can find that in your damn couch cushions. Get the $20 together.
$20.
Jordan says, "Comrade's like a man in a 20-year marriage. He comes once a year." Damn it!
If you put just $1.50 away a month after the contest ended last year, you'd have the money. That's all you got to do.
For the price of a cup of coffee each day, you could join this contest after a month.
Comrade, you cannot pay in rubles, sir. We will not take your rubles.
I'm going to send them under the Cal through Venmo. I like Venmo. I like that. So I'm looking forward to in the contest. I'm looking forward to it. The Gamecocks will go at least 10-2 against the spread. I have Rob taking the Gamecocks maybe twice all year. That's 8 games right there, and those 8 games will cost Rob a chance to win the title.
Yeah,
you can't.
You can't play and pay in vodka either. All right, Comrade, really quick before you get out of here. I've got the Gamecocks at 5-7. Jackpot's got them at 7-5. Can you be unbiased and tell us exactly where you think they're going to finish?
You know, I'm not sure right now about the out-of-conference schedule. A lot of toss-up games in there, like Clemson and so forth. But, you know, here's the thing. I think they go at least 4-4 in conference. They will not have a losing record in conference. 4-4. I think Tennessee is a shit show. Vandy's horrible. Okay. I'm not sold on Kentucky because we own them. I'm not sold on Missouri. I'm not sold on Florida. I can see them beating Florida.
I'm not sold on either, really Comrade. None of them are really good.
They can't be in conference this year is A&M. Okay. And I say Georgia, but then Georgia can mess up though too. You know, A&M we can't beat. Okay.
Georgia's been known to step on their own dick before. I mean,
what's that, Cal?
I said Georgia's been known to step on their dick before, and quite frankly, I mean, none of these teams on the schedule scare me. I mean, they're just not. You know, it's not like we're playing an Ohio State who played for a national championship last year. And dominated in the first round of the playoffs, or like an Alabama who dominated in the first round of the playoffs and played for a championship. Other than that, I mean, none of these other teams really throw a lot of fear into you. It's not like we haven't beaten them,
I mean,
you know,
I
in
don't want to come off as
streets in the past 10 years.
It's not to beat Georgia. If we beat Georgia this year, Cal, as you know, because I know you're knowledgeable. If we beat Georgia this year, we are 6-6 against Georgia over the last 12 years. It's basically a coin flip.
Sean Calvert says Florida, and then he laughs. Ha, 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 ha. Sean, Sean, did you see Florida play in their last game, sir? Did you see Florida play football against Oklahoma? They couldn't beat their way out of a wet paper bag, sir.
I'm not sold on Florida. I mean, I'm not sold on Florida.
No.
Georgia, you know, I think we can do it. I mean, Clemson has not beaten Georgia. Clemson's beaten Georgia one time in the last 30 years.
Yeah, they acted like they won a national championship when they did it.
It's nice. It's nice to see that. It's nice to see that you could take like 9 months off from the show and still getting comments like, "This guy's an idiot." Comrade always says South Carolina will beat Tennessee.
Those Carolina Jackpots.
Baseball, Comrade.
I mean, what does that say? I mean, that's like a backhanded comment. What does that say about Tennessee when people are always saying that? I mean, obviously you suck. You don't have a lot of respect out there from the general public.
The Gamecocks to beat Tennessee, so I ain't saying anything. Justin says they're going to go 6-6, but can you be realistic there, Comrade? You got them at what, 5, 6, 7, 8 wins? Which way are you going?
I think 4-4 in conference. I mean, Eastern Illinois, that's 5 wins, right? I mean, I don't think we can beat Clemson yet. I hate to say that. We got East Carolina. I don't see the East Carolina game being a tough game. Everyone's worried about that game. That's 6 wins right there. And then we got Troy. Is that what we're playing?
Yeah.
That's, you know, well, I can see 7. 7-5 is right, but I can see us maybe going a little 5-3 in conference. I can see us going 5. I think we're surprising people. I think we're surprising people. I think we're gonna run the ball. I think, and listen, I told you before, what I'm looking forward to in about 15 years from now, 20 years from now maybe, there's going to be a great 30 for 30 special on Zeb Nolan, okay, the grad assistant quarterback, who turned the program around. Shane Beamer will be the Shane Beamer. Actually, SEC storied, Shane Beamer years at Carolina. And I'll start with the grad assistant quarterback who comes out of nowhere and leads the Gamecocks like an 8-4 record and gives them hope, and it leads to like the big-time recruits coming in, a series of 5-star quarterbacks commit year after year after that. I'm going to see the whole SEC story, 30 for 30 coming out. It's going to be a great show. I'm looking forward to watching that about 20 years from now. Watching it with my, maybe the grandkids right there at the time.
That sounds great.
I'm looking forward to that. So don't sleep. I think the Gamecocks are America's darling this year. America's darling, grad assistant quarterback, taking over. Shane Beamer.
It's like Rudy, only better.
Energetic. Everyone's darlings. The nation will be rooting for us.
I don't think any of that's going to happen.
It's like a Rudy story. I mean, it really is.
It really is. It's going to be. It'll be a major motion picture, probably. It will probably be.
Hey, your son says Comrade was very high on Adam Prentice last year.
What?
He just, I really think what happened is him. I think,
oh my goodness.
Part of that was just, I'm going to blame COVID. I'm going to blame the pandemic.
He isn't fit.
I'm going to do that. The things never quite got in there.
Brock says he misses the Comrade.
Andre
off the mushrooms.
Andre
we
Green
will see American darlings this year. America will root for us. Just think about it, Clemson fans. America will be rooting for us.
Andre Green said it's funny how people bring the last time Georgia beat Clemson.
What does that make Clemson fans?
Clemson would have beaten Georgia each of the last 5 years. They would have? How do you know? I mean, would you have beaten the team that went to the national championship game when you lost in the semifinals? Bad? I don't know. Philip Lynn says South Carolina fucking sucks. Thank you. That's someone with the first name of one of my uncles, and his last name is my mom's name. What? I think somebody's trolling me there.
Comrade, you're always.
We would have.
You're always welcome to call the show, sir. So thank you for that.
I was just listening. I didn't hear anything about the contest. I was getting a little bit worried because I want my money. And the more people in, the more money I get. So join the contest. You're not beating me. I guarantee you're not beating me. You want to do some side bets, you can, whatever it's going to be. Lisa, you're not beating me. Your granddaughter's not beating me. Okay. Your dog's not beating me. Your cousin's not beating me. No one's beating me. Except maybe Joe and Cal. That's the only two I'm worried about.
All right.
That's it.
Comrade, you're always welcome to call into the show. Thank you, sir. Have a great night. Look, the Comrade calling into the show. I didn't think that would happen. He's fired up for football season. And everybody hates him. James says he watches CNN. God. The hatred is just out there. Caller, welcome to the show.
What's up, man? This is Clemson Tiger fan.
Hello, Clemson Tiger fan. How are you?
Oh, that's the one with the original name.
Good.
Yeah.
What's up?
What do you got for the program, sir?
I'm just here to educate these dirty dogs, especially Barry Anderson in the comments. I give him a little shout out.
Barry Anderson's not very smart.
What'd you say?
Barry Anderson's not the smartest of the bunch, but go ahead.
I'm just messing with it. No, I don't know. I think these Georgia fans are getting they're getting their panties in the wad about your top 25 coach statement. Look,
yeah,
I think now it's your opinion.
Yep.
I don't know if it's 25 coaches. There's a couple you didn't mention now, like PJ Fleck, old Sandusky.
PJ Fleck's great.
Yeah. But in all seriousness, I think if you honestly are a college football fan and I think you can pick a good, probably 15 coaches you can put in Georgia during Kirby Smart's time, and I think they would have won a national championship. And I'm not saying that to hate on Georgia fans. I just think like there's some people because yeah, he's a good recruiter, but I could recruit at Georgia. I could win 10 games at Georgia. I mean, it's just, and that's nothing against. They're a good program, but the flaws you said, Kirby Smart, not a good halftime adjustment guy. He's effed up the quarterback situation the last couple of years.
Yep.
So, I mean, I like I said, is your opinion that it's 25? I don't think it's necessarily 25.
And deep down, Georgia fans know that. Georgia fans know that. They know that they know what he is, but they also know they're stuck with him. So it's like having like a I'm trying to think of a good analogy for it. I'll come up with it and bring that out there, but I wouldn't want him coaching my team. I can think of 25 other coaches. I'll stand by that. Barry says Kirby will win multiple national titles. All right, there. Hey, thank you, Clemson Tiger fan.
Well, one last thing is you got to. Sure. I think another reason these Georgia fans are such in a tizzy is deep down they know 100% they wish they were Clemson right now, and they would never say it, but they do.
That's like saying you wish you had
recruiting, but we've got the natties to prove it. Deep down,
I'm not saying you wish you were on food stamps, or I wish that my house would burn down.
Thank you, caller. All right. Did you just say you wished you were on food stamps?
That's what I'm saying. I wish I was on food stamps. I wish my car would get 4 flat tires at once. I would, I wish this big pile of bricks would fall on me. Come on now. Nobody wishes they were a Clemson fan or wishes that they were Clemson. That's insane. Insanity.
Right. Jackpot, it's been a great show. On Sunday, we pick the Clemson schedule. We pick game by game for Clemson. I've got the Gamecocks at 5-7. Jackpot's got the Gamecocks at 7-5. Would Comrade have them at 7-5, 8-4?
Yep. He did. He and I are both. We're both pretty smart. If you look back at our track record, we'll kind of bear that out.
Yeah, you both liked Adam Prentice last year. Way to go.
John Ovadio says, I'm a Georgia fan. I don't wish to be like Clemson. Seriously, you need to get a life. Thank you, John, for bringing some sense to the show.
Clemson Pop Warner Conference says Clemson's little brother team that had a shiny moment and we put back down in its black dark hole. At least Georgia's consistent.
Fuck him. He's always got some dumb shit to say. I tried to fucking just get rid of his damn dumb ass, but he keeps popping back up. He's like a fucking turd that won't flush or a turd that keeps coming around when you have bad plumbing.
All right. Well, Jackpot, it's been a great show, man.
Jackpot, you're the best. Thank you, John. I appreciate that.
Jackpot with the coal. With that, this show's a wrap.